we are recording now. Okay, so I think the main one that we need to focus on is tuition, and we can leave these others here. They're not certainly not going to hurt.
Don't you think there's an opportunity for businesses to like sponsor?
Yeah, but again, they'd be sponsoring certain students.
They wouldn't be sponsoring the school?
Maybe. So maybe we put sponsorship.
Did we take away people's names that wrote the thing now, or do we leave that in there for when we turn it in?
No, we'll take it out, but we need to kind of figure out who did what. We can take it out right before we turn it in.
Okay.
Because we have to each report on who did what, and if people didn't do anything on this.
Yeah, but if we're talking about it, if you're here, it's like you're contributing, even if you didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Same with all these assignments, right? As long as we're doing on one or the other.
Right.
This one's just crazy because of the 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So the source of each revenue stream, service fees? I think we would call it tuition, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it would be tuition. Oh, go ahead, you can do it. See, what bothers me about this class is I don't know what these papers are supposed to look like.
I know.
I think, it's like when we looked at that really big 40-page plus document. We're doing pieces of it.
When did we see that document?
Last week.
Okay.
Remember there was like 4 of them, one on valves.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's right.
So, like we answered, I don't know if you saw, Lindsay, we got a 90%.
Oh, no, I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah, we got a 90% on our document, and he said it was because we didn't put down what each person was going to do. And the way I read it, it was, hey, what are your strengths? What do you know about? Put it down. So that's what we did.
That's
and
what
now
I thought.
I'm realizing he wants us to make it look like the business models, the big, fat documents.
Will he let us return that in?
I didn't see that little arrow that said return.
No. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, I didn't get your guys' link until like 10 minutes after, sorry.
No worries, I'm glad you're here.
I'll ask him. I'll hit him up and see if we can resubmit it.
Okay. Because, I mean, if we need, like, job titles, fine, we'll do that. But it wasn't really clear in the instructions, and now that in retrospect, I see what they're going for.
Well, just to kind of give you some insight into the way he does things, I had a paper he gave me 50% on. When I resubmitted it, his TA evidently gave me 50% again. And so I sent him an email and said, why did I get 50% again? You have to give me some direction if I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And then he came back and said, okay, here's 90% and 10% off because it was turned in late. But it wasn't turned in late the first time, like it was on time. I never turn stuff in late. It's always on time.
Huh. That's interesting. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
I think he's having his TAs grade stuff, and he's not really involved in what's going on, and I'm really, to be honest with you, disappointed so far with how this class is going.
Oh, that's frustrating. It's frustrating too because this venture thing, it's confusing as to like exactly everything we're supposed to be doing. I don't feel like there's totally clear direction.
Right. And that's what my email to him said. But So if that's the way it works, if we got a 90% on it and we resubmit it, they're still going to take 10% off. So
We might end up with 50% if we resubmit it.
it's a bit of a wash. So I don't know.
Okay.
But we could resubmit that.
I'm okay with it. I mean, if it doesn't, I don't think it hurts the grades too much, right?
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. But if you feel like you want it to be resubmitted, we can do that. But it didn't give us a resubmit option.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it that it will be very successful because I kind of get the feeling that it's just he's got a lot of other stuff going on, so I don't know if it'll really help.
Right. Okay, so is this the only source? I guess we need, what is the source of each revenue stream? So we have tuition as number 1. Number 2 would be the federal and state government.
Mm-hmm.
And this document is just a list, and I bet we have to put it into something that's more wordy.
Yeah, it says like a 3 to 4 page paper. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong week. See, I'm confused because we're doing so many weeks at the same time. So this is the business model, right?
I guess so. This is last week's thing that's we're missing, business model. What do you guys think of that? Is that okay?
So yeah, it doesn't say anything about length, or it just says identify the following by answering the accompanying questions. So we have 3 sections overall: revenue sources, cost drivers, and investment size.
Yeah, we can just get the outline, and if at the end, if we need to put in a little more description, we can just go back through and add some.
That sounds fine.
I don't mind doing that.
Okay, so should we get rid of all these I thinks? I had one class where if you had an I think, he just graded you down. You needed to know.
So I unfortunately do have to get on another call in 40 minutes. Just I wanted to forewarn you from another class. But I'll remind you again. But maybe if there's any future things that I can start working on or whatever before I jump off, you can tell me what to do.
Okay.
Sorry.
I guess we need people to spearhead the different documents. There's just too many this week.
There's a lot, huh?
Yeah. I was going to do the bubble one.
Okay.
And let's jump off of this for a quick second and go to the competing information document.
Okay.
There was some discussion email-wise going back and forth about should we be comparing ourselves to like a cosmetology college when we're doing something else.
Right.
And I'm kind of on the fence about it. I feel like it would be a good idea to show the colleges that offer the same thing we're offering. And I know that maybe later on we'll offer some other things that, like a medical school or whatever. But maybe we should come up with our main ones and then just compare ourselves to them.
That's a good idea.
You know, I mean, but we can go either way. We could also have, instead of the colors being the distance, what has been something that's been really difficult to find? I've been able to find tuition.
I've had a hard time finding tuition.
You had a hard time finding tuition.
A lot of times I feel like they don't list it because they want you to like contact them and get all your information and stuff, you know.
Right.
Oh, I'll sign up for these 3 colleges and or things and figure them out, the ones that haven't been done yet, because I haven't done anything on this one yet.
There's well,
International.
I have to turn it in tomorrow night, I think.
Okay, I'll do it tonight and get it. I'll get it submitted on here tonight for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. International School of Beauty I was actually working on.
Oh, do you want me to take my name back off that?
No, it's okay. I'll just tell you where to get the info.
Oh, okay.
It's there's something called tuition, financial aid, and disclosures. And there's something called a BPPE performance fact sheets by course. And they have to disclose how many students they had, what their graduation rates are, etc. So that was a good place. And then I hadn't gone back in to see what the tuition was yet.
Okay, so say that one more time so I can write it down in a note. It was tuition.
It's tuition, financial aid, disclosures.
Okay.
And then they give you an option of clicking on different things, and you want the BPPE performance fact sheets by course.
Okay.
And this is a government type mandated form. So that's how I've been finding the information when I've gone through the different schools.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. So what do you think? Should we have all these different ones, or should we use like? I know we're going to use colors to be the distance, but we could use colors as having the same thing or not having the same thing. I just don't know how to work that in.
I just feel like we need enough to show that we've done some research. There's not that many schools that are going to offer the same thing as us.
Okay, then you know what I'll do? I'll just add an asterisk for the ones that offer HVAC, welding, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I know like Mayfield College, that was all HVAC information.
Mm-hmm.
That was all they offered was the HVAC. They had, I mean, they did have other things, but they were like the medical school and stuff. So I just used HVAC numbers on that.
And these next 2 didn't pan out.
Okay.
According to Jason, one was a summer science camp and one was a web developer working out of his house.
Yeah, and then there was another one, that International University, Palm Desert. This is an online information center. So it's like, hey, you want to learn about our online programs? Come over.
Oh.
I manage just an office building.
Oh, interesting.
Computers. So anyway, maybe if you know they have a stronger relationship to what we plan on doing, maybe we can just notate that on the list. Like I put HVAC next to Mayfield College. If anybody has researched any of these and sees that there is a closer link, then I'll just, make them just a little bit brighter on the chart.
Okay.
Okay? All right, we'll jump off of this. Let's look at what we have to do this week, too. We need someone to head these up. We have the financial model, and there's a lot of assumptions. And I think last time when we got together, was it Jason?
Yeah.
He seemed to really be like, we're just gonna make it up and go with it. And he's right to a certain degree. So maybe we should, each one leans on the other. But maybe if we're thinking about assets and liabilities and another person is thinking about income and expenses. I don't know. What do you guys think of this? Can you see
So,
the document?
yeah, I'm looking at it. I wrote some stuff for revenue and expenses at the bottom, but just like notes.
Oh yeah, there it is.
It needs
So
to
I,
be written into
I
something real.
I don't know if I was here for this, but have we decided what major courses we want to offer to start with?
No, not really.
Maybe we
'Cause
should
We
put
have
them
we have
down.
an idea. I can put a list, I guess.
Why
yeah,
don't
I
you
mean,
put it on here on this financial model?
Okay.
yeah, because if we're gonna look at financials and we're gonna look at the costs, we're gonna have to know those things. I would think. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if we're looking at how much revenue we're gonna pull in, we can go and look at other schools, and we can kind of go along with what they're charging as an idea, as a place to start.
I put HVAC, but I feel like there's a lot of schools that offer that.
Or are you going to be doing like a bunch of CNC stuff? Is that part of the welding program?
No, not yet.
So we're not going to do CNC things?
Good. I'll put it on the list.
Yeah, but in what context? Is it metal, wood? Just call it CNC programming?
So the new software that everybody's using so basically what you're going to have to learn is G-code software. And G-code software is universal.
Okay.
So it's not like if you learn how to run a CNC router, it's the same software if you're running a CNC mill or a CNC plasma cutter, it's all the same. Whether it's Mastercam or AutoCAD or
So is CNC programming a manufacturing?
yeah, it's a manufacturing.
So should we put flash manufacturing with that?
Sure.
And is this also going to take care of 3D printing?
hmm
Okay.
So is it just two papers that we have due to this week? That we're supposed to do this week?
We have
Like I know
four.
we have ones from the last one.
Yeah, we have 2 from last week and then 2 from this week.
Okay.
So
I can start on the financial model if you guys want to assign me and Jason to it,
Okay.
and then I can just work with him, and we can go through and look, and just kind of tag team it.
okay.
Okay.
And I can work on the industry and competitive analysis one as well. I was just looking through the requirements and then the example. And it looks like at the end of their paper they have that bubble chart that we'll be making this week, and then also a the Porter 5-force analysis that we did earlier in the
Okay.
semester.
Well, this can be broken up too.
Totally, it looks like it can be.
I just didn't know where to make the line. It felt like the first two bullet points go together,
Yeah,
and then the Porter 5 can be just standing on its own.
yeah.
So maybe we should go ahead and break that up.
Okay. Do we have a paper started for it yet? Yeah, we do. I'll just put it at, oh, you already did it in here. Okay. Look at you, Susan. You're all over it.
I can copy and paste. So Taylor and Jason on the financial model. And then I think we're just gonna, if it's okay with you guys, we're just gonna hop in and do stuff everywhere we can.
Okay.
this one, yeah, I think this can be broken up. Maybe we'll just. Sorry, I'm looking at the industry and competitive analysis right now.
And who's our sixth member?
Our what number?
Because there were 17 members, and who's the sixth one? There's one girl that never responded, and then who's the other one, other than Jason, who's not here?
Logan.
Logan. Okay.
Logan's not here either. He had a hard time last week. He couldn't like log on to the meeting. He kept coming in and dropping out.
Me too.
And then he just quit. So I don't know what the...
He gave up. I did too. It was a terrible night to get on. Okay, so I think this needs to be broken up into 3 parts. Rory, didn't you have to do a Porter 5 analysis on this already?
I did, but that's the paper I started off getting an F on.
Well, you know what? I think...
So should I post that in here and then...
Yeah.
Maybe
and
somebody
then we
can
can
rework
fix
it?
Yeah, and I don't even... I disagree heavily with his grade. So, since I helped you with the second one, I was like, what?
Okay.
Well, figure out what to do with it. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so Rory, we're going to put you down for the Porter 5.
I hate Porter 5, but yeah, that's great.
And then do you want me to do the size of the industry?
Sure.
Because I'm going out of town this week, so I can get that done, part of it tomorrow or Thursday or whatever, get it done beforehand.
One of these, I don't remember which, is due Friday, and the next one is due Saturday. We just need to make sure we get them in. Are we going to meet again? I hate meeting so often.
Well, I think Friday needs to be...
Should we just have a deadline of having it done?
I'd say having a deadline might be easiest, but well, I'm happy doing whatever. I mean, I won't be able to meet this weekend because I'll be out of town. They both do Saturday, it looks like.
Okay, so that one's due Saturday. That means that the financial model is due Friday. Okay, so maybe we'll just say that we'll meet on, I don't know, if we get everything done, then we should be okay. Who wants to be editor? Maybe we should have someone be editor on each one for flow and for turning it in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Taylor, do you want to take on the financial model as editor?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Looks like Rory's already posted his Porter 5.
Yeah, but I erased everything. I've got to...
Oh, yeah, you did. Undo, undo, undo.
Oh, okay.
This time don't highlight anything and just stick it in there. And then, Lindsay, did you say that this industry and competitive analysis also needs the bubble chart as well? Is she with us?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to look at the sample. So I think this one needed a bubble chart. So Rory, maybe we'll take this one on, but then we still have the business model with the cost drivers and everything else.
Like we still have things we need to do with the business model?
Well, we need someone to be the editor to make sure that it comes across the way the directions and grading rubric want. Is it okay to have it as a list like this? Or do we need to be very wordy and detailed? I'm just not sure. So
Yeah.
someone has to take it on.
I'm gonna say it's got to be wordy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pitch. It's not gonna be just a list of things. If you go
Mhm.
look at the example, it's just a long paragraph. So I mean, we can list it out, but there needs to be some more description.
Okay, so someone has to take on turning this into something else. Kind of a yucky job. So it's mostly written. Okay. So Rory, which one do you want?
I can do this one if you want, or I
How do you
can.
feel about the business model versus the industry and competitive analysis?
Well, I think
Lindsay was going to do this one, right?
yeah, I think Lindsay was going to do this one.
Okay. And I'm doing that one. So the only one left is business model.
Okay, I'll take business model.
Okay, so go ahead and take that and just kind of make it your baby. We can meet again if you guys want. Well, let's see how things go tomorrow. And one of us can run up the flag if we need help. So, so we'll just plan on meeting again on Tuesday, and we'll try and keep all of our documents in the drive so you guys can see them. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, Logan's here now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm buzzkill. I have no idea what we're talking about, and Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights do not work out so well for me because I have young men's till about now every Tuesday and Wednesday I have other group meetings. So
Well,
if you guys want to
how about
assign,
Monday nights? That's family home evening, I know, but
oh well, if I was a good Latter-day Saint, I would probably conduct family home evening. However, I do most of my homework. I mean, other than that, I'm good. Those are my only 2 nights I can't meet until like 9 o'clock. So I mean, I'll try to make it here if we're doing on Tuesday at 8, but I can't guarantee anything.
Okay.
I can do Monday nights. That's fine.
Rory, how about you? You have that other group.
No, I meet Sunday night with that group.
Okay. So,
I can do it whenever. We're good.
all right, let's meet next Monday then.
Okay, so which one are we missing? Because I see 3 of them.
Business model,
Industry.
industry and competitive analysis,
And
financial model,
Oh,
and
and then
competition information.
okay,
Because that's going to end up being a bubble chart.
and that one's handled, right? You're handling that one.
Yeah, I'm going to handle this one.
What can we give Logan to do?
What can we give Logan to do? I can't skate through life on my good looks anymore. I keep
Logan,
getting older.
since I can't see you, that's not going to work.
There's that cute picture of me right there in the bottom corner, see?
Awesome. All right, so the business model is kind of scaring me, and I don't know if it's unnecessarily scaring me. Maybe we should split it in half.
No, I can handle that. That's not a big deal.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Cost drivers, investment size.
People have already given me a bunch of input. I can expand on that. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm thinking that maybe we should have Logan do the first 2 bullets on the industry and competitive analysis.
What do you think, Logan?
Okay, I have no idea what we're talking about, but sure.
Okay, do you have access to our folder?
Yeah, I'm in that Vocational Institute group, and I click on the competitive information. Is that what we're talking about?
Industry and competitive. It's
Industry and
looks
competitive
more like a
analysis.
Word document.
So it's a Google Doc.
Well, that's why I'm in that whole thing, and I'm not seeing it. Let me get back to the main thing. Oh, industry and competitive. So the first 2 bullet points you're talking about that's due on Saturday to identify specific firms and of the firms. Do those 2?
Yeah, but you need to do them earlier than Saturday because Lindsay's going to turn this in.
Yeah, Lindsay's going to turn this into a edit. She's going to answer the 3rd bullet and turn this into a document.
Okay, I can. I can do that. That's not a problem. I was just
And
making sure.
Logan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you. I guess I'll email it to everybody, but I'll email you the business plan that I turned in, so that you have a better idea of what the overall thing is. It's evolving, but at least you'll see where our starting point was.
yeah, I'd love to read that as well.
Just don't make fun of me because teacher gave me 50%, first time around.
Rory's still smarting from it.
I never get 50% on anything.
Logan,
Right,
just
don't
email
argue
me
with
whenever
that.
you're done with your input.
What, Lindsay?
Just email me whenever you're done with your input, and I'll clean it up and turn it in, so no problem.
Oh, okay, can do.
And so you can do it right on this document.
Right. I say I'm pretty familiar with Google Docs and how
Okay.
they're. I think we had last semester we were in a group, Rory. So
You know, I saw you and I was like, he's been in my group before.
I think it was last semester. So
Well, I don't remember last semester. What was that?
I don't remember much
Production
either.
and operations and marketing.
Something. All I know is this is my last semester, so
Hallelujah.
that's the only thing I care about right now.
I
Well,
have two
Rory, it wasn't
more.
marketing. Logan must have been with you in productions
Yeah,
and
it must have been.
operations.
It must have been 361, the productions and operations. We did
It's
that.
strong. It could have been. All these semesters just blur together until you're on your last one.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we're good, you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll
Okay.
meet earlier if we have to, but for now, let's just plan on getting together on Monday.
At 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be great. All right. I will be driving back from Utah to California, but I'll try and hop on through my phone or something on Monday night since it's Memorial Day.
Okay.
Oh, right.
But I'll make it work.
Dang it. All right. I guess I have no life, so I guess I'll be here on the computer. All right.
All right. Well, thank you, and I'll get that competitive stuff done for you tonight, Susan.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.